So are we supposed to start the podcast?
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Patriots, gay triots, they triots, black triots, brown triots. Fuck off! Live in studio today is the hottest throuple you have ever seen, and it is Jonathan Van Ness with I've Had It collab OKC. Let's fucking go.
Oh my God, I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me, you guys.
Oh my gosh, we're so excited you came to Oklahoma City.
I'm in Oklahoma City. I haven't been here since I was 17 for my cousin's wedding.
Really?
Yeah. I had to run away from a police officer because I got caught trying to buy alcohol in a gas station, and I had to lay in a cornfield for 25 minutes. But I did so successfully, and I did not get like a criminal record when I was 17. Okay. So I'm really proud of that.
Do you have a cousin that's an Okie?
They're from Enid, Oklahoma, but she got married here.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Enid, man.
I love when she watches this. She's going to be like, you silly girl. Like, we got married in Tulsa or like some totally other city. But I'm pretty sure it was here.
Okay. Jonathan, what have you had it with?
I've had it with these algorithms, you guys. They are just stressing me out. And on my pod, I did an episode on gay Republicans in 2023, and my TikTok algorithm has never recovered. So now I keep seeing like, remember that one thing on TikTok that was like, da-na-na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na. I keep getting these like Trump people being like, with very Trumpy, like 6-syllable phrases. So I've had it with right-wing algorithms.
Yeah, no, it's bad. It's so bad.
Same. And you know what happens is I don't like Christian talk, but I also can't stop watching it.
Yes.
Because they're so freaky. And so Kylie and Seth and some of our gay triots that are listeners of this pod send them to me. So I open it and then I'm watching it, and it's like tongue talking, Bible thumping, all the stuff. And it's so psychotic. I'm like, I need to get out of this. I'm fucking my algorithm, but I keep watching it and then it feeds me another one. So sometimes like my algorithm is so schizophrenic. It goes from like atheist to Trump shit to woke ass everything. It's bananas.
To like pickleball. It's
exactly.
Like, yeah. It's fun, but it's also unfun. It's both.
Here's my problem with all the Trump algorithm. I think half of it is satire. I'm like, this cannot be real. This is not what people are really saying. And then I ask like Jennifer or Kylie or my daughter, and they're like, oh no, that's real. I'm like, how can that be real? And
then, that Maha algorithm, like where they're eating like the raw, like fermented like organs and stuff, and they think that the trails in the sky are like, I don't know what they think those like airplane trails are.
Yes.
They really think that's something.
It's really crazy when you get the Maha all pulled together. Like the one thing that has been a luxury as an adult is to know that I'm not a scientist.
Right.
Science class was difficult for me. I was much better at history, English, other things. And so it's like, I'm not a scientist, but I can go to a physician who went to 20 years of medical school and they will know. And then the medical licensure board has made sure that they're up to speed on any changes. And I can defer knowing this stuff to an expert. But in the Maha world, they're conducting their own research.
What a weight to bear. That's such a burden.
Right. I'm so unburdened by that. And they are so burdened by that.
They are.
Yeah.
No, I've been doing pretty good, I feel like, on trusting the medical field.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's all this bullshit that I'm just like, no one would believe that. But then when you get sick, you race to the doctor. And I'm like, I think there should be a prohibition. Like, you wanted to get diagnosed by Facebook and WebMD, let them treat you.
Pumps, I have a question.
Okay.
What is the slip color? It's everything.
Oh my gosh. You know, it's like a color state from like Walmart or Walgreens or something. It is from Walgreens. It's like a red state. I put it on in the morning. Don't have to put it on all day.
It's giving me luxury. I had to name it or I wasn't going to be able to focus, you guys.
Oh my God. To have Jonathan Van Ness see that I have good lipstick is just making me the happiest
It's like such a great color.
What have you had it with, Pumps?
Okay, what I've had it with, kind of in the same vein, is everything has to be geared to the dumbest person on the planet. You see these advertisements for pharmaceuticals, which I hate anyway, but they say, well, if you're allergic to this medication, don't take it. Fucking really? If I am so dumb that I am taking something that I'm allergic to, or don't I kind of deserve it? Like if coffee spills on me and it's hot, that's kind of on me. You don't have to tell me it's hot. Like everything has to be dumbed down for the dumbest person. I feel like it's torture.
I align. I agree. But also like this is why everything's political. You know, we've got that McMahon lady is our Department of Education lady.
The WWE lady.
The WWE lady, you know? I mean, fuck.
No, it's really bad. It's stupidity is being mainstreamed and elevated and encouraged and normalized.
You know what I have a theory on that I say about this sometimes, but I want to get to it, but I won't take that long.
Okay.
Should I tell you?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like the right does this thing where like they like to manufacture, rage and blame. So it's all to like blame, which to me is like, and I hate to like use Taco Bell in this analogy because I actually really love Taco Bell. So I'm sorry, Taco Bell. But it's like, it's kind of like fast food versus like having to make something at home. Like it's easier to blame someone just like go pick up the food at like Taco Bell or wherever you're going to go get, and then just blame them and it's easy to put away. The nuance is like having to like go home and like make the food and like sit with yourself. And it like takes a little longer, but then afterwards you're like, oh, I feel better. I get it. I took the time. So does that make sense? Does that resonate?
Yes.
It's like the fast food is the blame and that is just what it just takes a little bit more thinking, but we're not, I think we've really accepted that everyone, it's like, well, no one has an attention span, so they're not going to pay attention. I think we need to start demanding like more than an 8-second attention span.
I agree.
And we've cultivated a culture of instant gratification and individualism. American society has cultivated, we need it immediately. Who can get it done faster? Don't sit in discomfort. Fix the problem, immediately. Where sometimes you have to sit in discomfort, or you have to do hard things, or you have to be uncomfortable. And then the other thing is just this rampant individualism. America is like all about the individual, specifically the billionaire individual, but then it trickles down from there to where the non-billionaire individual votes against their own rights for the billionaire's individuality, which is bananas. I
know that you just said you'd had it with having to dumb everything down for everybody, but you know what really freaks me out about this whole billion thing? Do you guys know how many millions that is? Like off the top of your head?
999.
No. Yeah.
999 million.
It's 1,000. Yeah, it's 1,000 million is a billion.
Okay.
Girl, I was running my whole life thinking that 100 million was a billion. Like I just thought like 100 million was a billion. So I was
I
like,
thought that too.
I just answered it that way.
But that's what I thought. But that's it. So when someone
zeros.
says that they got $1 billion, that's 1,000 millions. Elon Musk has over, I think, 450 billion. Like he's and a trillion is 1,000 billions. Like I just don't think people understand. And I also just got my eyes open to this, which I really didn't get. But this is like actually really interesting. We don't have to like stay here this long, but you know how like the top tax bracket is 37%? Like anyone who makes over 600 a year, that's the top tax bracket. So that means that someone making 600,000 is paying the same rate as Elon Musk, who's making 450 billion. And not only that, or is worth 450 billion, but not only that, a lot of these really crazy billionaires, like your Bezoses, your Musks, and just like your investment hedge fund people that like get their money through capital gains through selling assets, their tax rate's only 20%.
Right.
So a lot of these people that are getting their money through selling stocks, they're only paying 20%. If you have a full-time job or many full-time jobs like I do, it's just insane to me that like I would be paying the same as like an Elon Musk, or that someone who's making 600 would pay the same as me.
And Jonathan, that's the big lie right there. It's not the 2020 election. That is the big lie that has been told to working class Americans, that you can't have nice things because of somebody like Jonathan Van Ness. And he needs to trigger you and you need to be scared of him because he's the reason that you can't have nice things. And all of the rainbow waivers, they're the reason you can't have nice things. The reason middle America that you can't have nice things is exactly what Jonathan just described. The system is rigged for the rich to get richer and it never trickles down, which is another big lie, which is trickle down economics, which is bullshit. It is trickle down incompetence and trickle down suffering.
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's flip this fucking table. No, because it's your firm and it's really pretty and we can't mess this table up. It's really nice.
Let me tell y'all what I've had.
Yeah, we have to tell you or tell us what it is.
Okay, I've had it. Pumps and I are Gen Xers. I mean, she's kind of on the cusp of being a boomer.
I'm not.
She's older than me, but that's neither here nor there.
Years.
But significantly older. But I've had it with Gen X getting off the hook. It's unbelievable because the boomers, I mean, I've browbeat the boomers a lot. And then the millennials, I used to browbeat quite a bit. And now Gen Z, my sons are browbeating millennials.
Oh, yeah, they are.
And then they're also browbeating boomers. But when you look at the data of who voted the most Trumpy, it's Generation X. It's our generation. And this is what's so fucking scary about this. We were raised during a Reagan era. Okay, so it was all this souped up patriotism where it's like we love America and family values. Meanwhile, they are completely abandoning the gay community. Many of my friends in college died of AIDS, and they are demonizing the poor, glamorizing the rich. And so this generation that was born with Ronald Reagan as their hero is now voting. And guess who they're voting for is Donald Trump. So let's play the tape through. Holy shit, we're fucked. This generation that has such Trump in their lives, when he's done with this, if he makes it, and he's not a spring chicken, but if he makes it, it's 15 years of him being in a leadership position.
Yeah. And I fear
so what
that
about
Gen
that
Z,
kid generation?
I feel like they want we always expected politics to be boring. And this generation is going to find it entertaining because Trump is such a nut. So now, do we look to politics at Gen Z and think we want incompetent people that are outrageous and brash? That's what worries me.
I just had an intrusive thought about the fact that when I was in 6th grade, I was so obsessed with the Bill Clinton sex scandal. I wrote a report about it, and it wasn't even a school assignment. I just literally wrote a book about it. And then when I wrote Over the Top, my first book, I was like, oh my God, this is how I'm going to get that thing published. It's been sitting in my back pocket my whole life. So I just have this random chapter in the middle of Over the Top that is my 11-year-old thoughts on the Bill Clinton sex scandal, where I think I say something to the effect of Ken Starr, you may think that the American people are stupid, but we are not.
Ken Starr was right.
I just always thought it was fun. I just always thought politics was kind of interest.
My mother is, she's a huge lifelong Democrat, really liberal, but she loves a political sex scandal, particularly gay Republican sex scandals.
Ooh, they have so many.
So many.
Let me welcome to I've Had It.
Sorry.
I'm Jennifer.
I'm Angie.
And I'm Jonathan.
Yay! All right, let's check in with the lesbian production leader, Kylie. Kylie, what's going on the internet and how are the lesbians?
Well, first, I have great news. Your coffee has just arrived.
Oh, yay.
I'm going to send it in.
Okay.
Oh my God.
All right. Jonathan Van Ness ordered a coffee.
That was so pride.
And my son is.
We have a special guest. Okay. That's for Mark.
We have hope for the young straight men of America. Here he is.
Here he is.
He's
This
nice
little
boy.
sweet angel.
Yes.
Roman, say hi.
Straw for Mark.
Hello, everyone.
Go Roman.
Sean from Mark. Here you go.
Okay. Excellent. The coffee is here. Thank you, Roman.
I hate to
day
be a
has been
capitalistic
saved.
pig, but Starbucks, a Pike's Place it fucking hits. It's like a Diet Coke.
I just had Pavlov's dog reaction.
Right. And I don't even drink coffee after
my
my
mouth
first.
watered a slight
Do you
bit.
need some?
No,
No.
because I'm going to play tennis a little bit later today, and I don't want my heart rate too elevated because I want to be able to rip forehands. But let's check in with the lesbians. Kylie,
Yes.
how are the lesbians?
The lesbians are doing great.
Okay, good.
And I've got some reviews for you.
Okay.
This one is 5 stars. And they write, during this Pride Month, MAGA should stand for Make Anal Great Again.
That is perfect.
We have the best listener.
We do.
We just do. Our listener is so clever and funny and
It's
just
so
gets
funny.
right to it. Okay, who's next, Kylie?
Okay, this one is 5 stars, titled I Need Clarification. And they write, Jessica, when you talk about the location where you are you saying buckle or butthole of the Bible Belt?
Okay, so let me explain to Jonathan. A long time ago, somebody did send in a voice memo, and she referred to me as Jessica. Of course, Kylie immediately played it.
Right.
And of course, now it's stuck because it's a basic Gen X, Jennifer, Jessica, so she calls me Jessica. But put that back up, Kylie. My location, the buckle of the Bible Belt or butthole, I think we should start going with butthole.
I do. I think they're interchangeable.
Millie in Colorado, I think that we change it officially in the permanent record. We need to update the permanent record, which we just gave Jonathan his own copy of.
It's so cute.
The permanent record, we're going to change it from the buckle of the Bible Belt to the butthole of the Bible Belt. All vote in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed, say nay. Fuck you. Okay. All right. I have news stories to share
yes,
for
please.
us to feed him.
I love
For
these.
us. Okay. Put this up. Okay, a boyfriend who dated 35 women and told each one he had a different birthday, so he regularly received gifts, is arrested for fraud in Japan. In 2021, a Japanese man was arrested for fraud after allegedly dating 35 women Simultaneously, in deceiving them about his birthday to receive gifts, he reportedly told each woman a different birthday, leading them to give him birthday presents totaling approximately 100,000 yen.
Wow. See, I just don't think that's fraud. I mean, he sucks, and I can't stand him. But I mean, it's kind of like, I don't think you should be arrested for that.
If he would have done it to 5 people, then I would have been like outraged. Maybe even 10 or 12. 100? What's coming up for me is like, don't hate the player, hate the game. Like, he was giving you a full-time job.
Right.
Like, it wasn't even personal for him at that point.
No.
100, like, that's outrageous.
No, it's outrageous, but
I'm kind of impressed. I hate it.
I know. I kind of hate it too. I am kind of in on it.
Here's what I have to say about it. Think about how lonely people are. And he probably love bombed.
Oh, for sure.
And did all of the things. And when you feel like you've been conned, especially when you have an affection for the conner, the person that conned you, it's devastating. So I'm kind of for an arrest. I'm not talking about full-time incarceration, but I am for a little bit of an arrest, a slap on the wrist, and public outing that this man is a con artist that messes with lonely people's hearts. So I support the arrest.
But wouldn't that mean catfishers have to go? I mean, like if that logic.
I do.
I mean, I think the catfishers, but I'm kind of not players hate the game. But like if you have a 3-year relationship with somebody you've never seen in person and you're sending them money, like I kind of feel like that can't be on the person that's lying.
I have 2 clarifying statements.
Okay, let's hear it.
Well, one thing is, I do align with you, but it was the 5 to 12, like small. It just feels like worse. The 100 feels like a little impersonal, but then I realized that I had a distractor part in my little personality come out because I didn't want to feel that pain of all those 100 people. That's devastating. So my therapist says whenever I'm insensitive like that, that's really just this like distractor part that comes up because I don't want to feel those people's pain. But you're so right. Fuck that guy. He needs to pay the restitution. Pay those girls back. Give them their stuff back. And maybe there were some gays and nays that he deceived and conned as well in Japan, and he needs to pay them back.
I completely agree. I think that when you prey on lonely people and you love bomb them, the damage that does to the person that receives that trusted them, and he or she went out and bought a gift, was excited about celebrating the birthday.
Right, probably was excited.
And I think a little public shaming there.
I like the public shaming.
Order.
I do,
which
like
is
the
an
public
arrest.
shaming.
Drag them into court, put it in the Daily Mail, talk about it on I've Had It podcast.
Yes.
Criminal record.
Pay them back.
That's right.
I think retribution.
Sound the siren.
Yeah.
Sound the siren. Pumps, have I told you about my new silhouette bra and power thong from Honey Love?
You have not told me about the thong, but I also have the silhouette bra and I love it. I have the super power bottoms.
I have the power thong, and I'm telling you, these bras and these panties are A++, absolutely no notes. And listener, Honey Love isn't just about bras. They've got shapewear, tanks, leggings, and they are just as comfortable and supportive. Honey Love's best-selling Superpower Short is an absolute must-have. It has targeted compression technology that distinguishes between areas where you want more support and areas where you need less compression. Plus, the best part is it won't ever roll up or down thanks to flexible boning hidden in the side seams. Listener, treat yourself to the most comfortable and innovative bras on earth and save 20% off site-wide at honeylove.com/hadit. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off honeylove.com/hadit. After you purchase, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Experience the new standard in bras with Honey Love. Some might say Homes.com is the best home shopping site. Could it be because it has a sleek, spam-free site or the most in-depth school info? Homes.com knows every parent wants the best for their kids, so they're the only ones with school and district details and reviews from multiple sources, including niche. It may be Homes.com's super comprehensive and transparent agent directory, or maybe it's that Homes.com is the only site that always directly connects you with the listing agent who knows the home best. Perhaps it's because Homes.com has the most in-depth neighborhood content of any home shopping site that's extensively researched to highlight the personality of each neighborhood. Homes.com has 22 data visualization layers, 7 environmental layers, and allows you to search by commute and architectural factors. It's the home search you've been searching for. Go to Homes.com today for home shopping the way it should be. Homes.com, we've done your homework. Listener, I have to tell you, when Pumps and I started this podcast, I mean, it was incompetence and ignorance combined, and we could not have done anything without partnering with Shopify. It was what helped us completely get a whole merch page and all other sorts of things that helped us launch this podcast.
What I loved about Shopify is they had so many different tools to use, and you feel like there's a whole marketing team behind you.
Accelerate your content creation. Shopify is packed with helpful AI tools that write product descriptions, page headlines, and even enhance your product photography. If you're ready to sell, you're ready to Shopify. Turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/hadit. Go to shopify.com/hadit. Shopify.com/hadit. Okay, next up. People are tipping less because they are fed up with the tipping culture. The average restaurant tip has dropped to 19.3%, the lowest it's been in 6 years, according to new data. Researchers say the decline reflects growing consumer frustration with what many now call tipping fatigue. And I think this is 100% true. And the first thing I want to say is I 1,000,000% blame corporations and Congress for allowing consumer exploitation so that the corporations don't pay people a livable wage. So you're exploiting the consumer and the worker. And I do feel tip fatigue, but at the same time, I waited tables in college.
Right.
I was a hostess at restaurants. I remember being dead ass broke, and those tips are everything because waiters only make $2 an hour.
Which has been since we were waiters.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's my thing. I feel the tip fatigue, but I know other people do. And so my codependency, I'm tipping more now.
I am too.
Oh, to make up for it?
Yeah, I'm like,
that is so thoughtful.
Yeah, because I'm like, they're probably not getting tip more. And like people that stand up to order and I hear people bitch about the tip, I always go full tilt on that because I'm like, they're working their asses off just like everybody else.
And they're making, because in this state, especially, they won't raise the minimum wage. They demonize the poor, but claim like they're big MAGA Christians, and everybody knows they're hypocrites. But even the workers who are making minimum wage at the registers now, I'm with Pumps and I'm tipping the 25% option.
Yeah.
However, we can afford to do this.
Right.
We can.
Right.
A lot of people, the majority of Americans, and why there's so much anger and polarization is because inflation has gone up, but wages haven't. So
Yes.
people may want to tip, but they simply can't.
See, I think that's
Right.
what's happening.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like it's not even necessarily that people are probably like, oh, I'm sick of tipping these people. I feel like they probably like want to have their experience, but they just don't have, like they want to go out to dinner, but they don't have, and a 19% average is still better than like less. But I think you're really hitting on a huge point there, which you like, even in the states where they've like made it illegal to like pay below minimum wage for service industry people, like a waiter has to get at least, minimum wage and tips. Minimum wage is $7.25.
It's not enough.
You just, I mean, like
cannot
that
live on
is,
it.
you cannot live on that in any, like, I feel like top 100 city, like top 100 and up population city, that's not going to be enough to like live on.
You can't even live like on minimum wage in Oklahoma.
But I feel like
which is
Oklahoma
cheap.
City probably is one of the top 100 biggest cities in the country.
It is. I think
it
it's even
is?
like top 25.
But I
Yeah,
don't even think you
because
can live in
Austin is.
rural.
I think it's a top 25.
Because when I moved to Austin, I didn't know this, but I like Googled it. I remember it's like 2020 and I was like, what am I going to do? And then I was like, let me Google to see how big Austin is. It was
huge.
the 11th. It's like the 11th
it's
biggest
huge.
in the country. I was like, wow, who knew?
Yeah.
Which kind of makes me feel like maybe our country doesn't have like that much population because Austin really doesn't feel that big when you live there.
Well, I think
Spread
that
out.
what it is they're literally are two Americas. There's big city America,
Yes.
where people live around diversity, and you learn how to compromise and you learn how to accept, and it makes you better and it makes you more accepting. And then you have rural America, where they've really been forgotten. The only culture they have are their Bible studies. And then a politician has to do, I call this Christian signaling. What Caroline KKK Levitt and Christy Nome, the cosplayer, they wear the big cross and lie. They accuse liberals of virtue signaling. They are Christian signaling, and they just signal out to rural America, to where these churchgoers say, oh, well, she's got a cross on. She wouldn't lie. She loves Jesus. She's a good Christian girl, Jonathan. She would never, ever tell a lie.
Wait, did you guys see that thing on those TikTok things that were going viral this week, where the people are singing that one Christian song where it's like, whoa, 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 my God would not fail. And they're like praising God as like ICE is like ripping kids away from like. So that is true. And that was like it was like a funny meme, even though it's like a tragic situation. But here's the thing about Christian music that pisses me off. Sometimes it's like really catchy. Like sometimes I'll be like, what is this song? I'm like, that's like should be something I've had it with. Like my follow-up. I've had it with this Christian music. You're like, damn, this is like, what is this song? And then they're like, Jesus. And you're like, oh, okay.
It's a bait and switch.
It is.
It is a bait and switch.
They've been doing it to me since Sister Act too.
And you know, that's such a component of Christianity, the recruitment. You know, it's like the multi-level marketing religion. The aspect of the recruitment is wild. It is so wild.
Well, because when you're 6, I grew up in the church, like very religious. And I mean, I was a little kid and I remember like being told, like, if you don't go and convert people, like they're going to burn in hell. So I mean, I remember like I met this one like really nice Canadian at this pool at this like when I was like 7. And I was like, are you Christian? And she was like, the hell? Like is this little 7-year-old gay kid talking to me about faith? And I was like, and I remember just being like, you would like, I don't like, but they tell you when you're a really small child that if you don't go get everybody to accept Jesus in their heart, then they're going to burn in hell. And you're meeting all these people and you're like, oh my God, you're so nice. I don't want you to burn in hell.
Which is abuse.
Yes.
It is abuse to do that to children.
And then when you realize you're gay and then you're in this space, like that's like extra, like super. Yeah. I feel like it was did
you deconstruct your faith?
What's that mean?
So, like, there's this whole, because we are in the butthole of the Bible Belt. Pumps was raised like Southern Baptist, hellfire damnation. And a lot of people that we know were kind of indoctrinated into religion. And now there's this movement called the ex-evangelical, where people actually deconstruct their faith. And what's identified that these evangelical churches do is really a form of child abuse. They emotionally blackmail these kids to tell them if you're not good, or if you think this, or if you question anything, you will burn in hell forever. That's abusive to tell a child that if they think about kissing a boy or something. That's just, it's crazy. So a lot of people have suffered religious trauma and have had to deconstruct their faith to find serenity, because the parameters of evangelical Christianity are so hypocritical and cruel. For a thinking person, it's a difficult place to live.
Absolutely. I think that's also like when I try to talk to this about like my mom, who's like goes to a church that's not like this. And like, I mean, they're like doing soup kitchens. They're reaching out. They're not like promoting this like Trumpy sort of thing. But I think that a lot of those churches, what they do need to work on is that when we have these types of conversations, they get kind of defensive and they're like, well, that's not what we're doing. And they're really, and as opposed to meeting the like, what other cohorts of Christians are doing, they're like trying to fight us on being like, well, we're not doing that. And that's okay. Like, I'm not saying that Christians are bad. Like Christianity is like, it's a beautiful faith. It's a beautiful spirituality, but Christian nationalism and evangelical Christianity is not all of Christianity. There's a lot of queer Christians.
Right.
Like it's a really big amount of people. So I do think that like middle American Christians, like I call
it Christian light.
Oh.
You've got like Christian light people. But here's my argument to that. We talk about this a lot on the show, and a lot of times commenters will say they're not real Christians. Well, it's the same thing that MAGA says about all of us. You're not real Americans. Well, the fact of the matter is we are real Americans. And the fact of the matter is these evangelicals and hardcore fundamentalists, they believe that they are Christians. So the most credible messenger to approach these cult-like Christians isn't me, the atheist. That's a layup. It's the Christian light people that are inside the Death Star to say you have completely contorted and hijacked a religion that's about compassion, social justice, forgiveness, Jesus spoke out against the accumulation of wealth, yet you worship and vote for a party that worships accumulating wealth. Make it make sense. Incredible messengers coming from within the Christian movement would be much better to attack, because now that the Republicans for decades now have brought Christianity to the epicenter of American politics, we got to call it every fucking one of them.
Yes.
Moses Mike Johnson, that little queen. JD Vance, that little queen. Josh Hawley, did you see his little gay
with the kicker
end
for the
zone with the
Chiefs?
kicker?
I
the
can't stand it.
couples
But
photo?
I will say, I did a very shameful bit about this in my last set. I hate to say it. If I saw Josh Hawley in a steam room, there's some not hit it. Like, I don't want to hit it, but I am intrigued by the size of his Adam's apple. I find it very large. I find it like well placed, and yeah, I hate to say it. And, and this is another bit that I said. I was like, they always want to talk about biology. Let's talk about biology. I'm biologically attracted to Josh Hawley, okay? I didn't choose it. I didn't mean to. Like, I didn't wake up and say, like, hey, I want to find Mitt Romney hot. And I think Josh Hawley's got a great fucking face and a real cute Adam's apple. But you know what's interesting about that? They both do have gay faces. If you put them in, like, a different little outfit, they could totally, like, I just feel like they could.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I have been hanging out with gay men since I was 18 years old. Okay. Used to get my scissors out, cut a rag at the gay bars every Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights. Okay. Had a blast. I have world-class gaydar. Okay. I get gaydar pings big time. When Josh Hawley is on, it's just like beep, 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 beep. I mean, it's a solid beep.
Well, doth protest too much or whatever?
That's what we always say. The people that are protesting so much, it's because they are on Grindr at the Republican National Convention.
Yes. Wow. What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
And then think about, we call the Speaker of the House Mike Johnson, we call him Moses Mike Johnson, because he said on tape, God woke him up in the middle of the night and said, hey, you're Moses. He said this out loud. He's
On video.
On video.
No.
Yeah.
Yes. And this is, you have dipshit Trump, smoky eye sociopath JD Vance, and then Moses Mike. That's the order of
He's
succession.
like a full on like a fucking Paula White
Yes.
raging.
Yes.
Net. Yeah.
But you know what his life's work has been? These Pray the Gay Away, which are absolute emotional torture chambers for the LGBTQ plus community. His life work and his wife's life work has been to set up these Pray the Gay Away torture camps for members of the LGBTQ plus community. And I just have to say this as a straight person. I rarely think about gay sex.
Never.
Ever. I don't even think sitting around, I sit and think about gay people that much unless they come. I have a lot of gay people in my life. And then I'm like, oh yeah. But it's amazing to me how much the Republican Party projects onto us. You guys talk about gender. You guys talk about pronouns. You guys talk about woke stuff. No, the only aspect we talk about that is they get the same rights as we do. We're not leaving them behind. They're the ones who are so hyper fixated on pronouns, genitals, rainbow flags, and they're so triggered by all of it.
They are. Wait, I don't know if this is like too much of a subject change, but it's kind of on the same thing. But it just came to me last night.
Let's hear it.
Let's workshop it. Okay, so I was thinking about like Megyn Kelly, who, sidebar, my ADHD is going to win right now. She's changed her bronzer in the last 3 to 6 months. And I need to stop saying this like in public because like I don't want to give her a compliment, especially after saying that I like Josh Hawley's like fucking Adam's apples. Like what's going on over here?
Yeah.
But I feel like she changed her bronzer and it, for the first time in her whole adult life, is like pretty. Like she has like pretty bronzer for the first time. And I just, whatever gay betrayed us or person, and taught her about that, Jesus probably sees you, okay? Or like, or karma or something, okay? So that's not good. But the thing I was thinking, it's like, she has been, her and like Riley Gaines have just been in like the whole Simone like thing that happened. And so they claim this whole thing about like, they are the purveyors of protecting women's spaces. I cannot tell you how many times, because I talk about abortion access a lot and reproductive health care a lot. I'm really passionate about Planned Parenthood. That's where I found out that I have HIV. I also just did this episode of my pod about menopause and found out that they also treat for like perimenopause, menopause. Like Planned Parenthood is doing the Lord's fucking work, helping so many people that don't have access to health care. So, but they're painting themselves like the protector of women. So many people like them say, well, it's just states' rights. like abortion getting overturned wasn't that big of a deal. It's just states' rights. There are women that are in abusive relationships, are getting stuck in abusive marriages, relationships, being forced into birth. This is like lifelong economic. I don't have to tell you guys about it. Like, it's a huge issue. And so just for people to position themselves as so upset about trans inclusion in sports when we're talking about protecting women's spaces, but we live in a country that's forcing millions of women into birth. Georgia keeps women on life support if they are pregnant. Like, women have died already. And we're not even being hyperbolic when we say this. Like, there is not clear guidance on this. And so I just think another thing that but it doesn't really do good for me, like a raging queer, to like scream about it because it's already true. Or I find this true. I think other people do. But what you were saying earlier about, like, we need this message coming from Christians. If you are a Christian and you think that this is accurate, if you're a woman and you think that it's really hypocritical of someone like J.K. Rowling or Megyn Kelly to speak in rage about women's only spaces, call that out in the comments. Like, I just see too many times, like, online where like these pile-ons happen against queers and against trans people or against people who are speaking out for them. Get in there. Like, I need people getting in there and being like, no, put a stop to this. Like, this is outrageous.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think you're 100% right. And it's amazing to me that Megyn Kelly, who has been treated so pitifully over at Fox News, like sexism, misogyny, Donald Trump said horrible things to her. And now she's fucking radicalized. And Jennifer and I talked about it. And I was like, do you think she's radicalized, or you think she's just saying this because she knows she can make money? And you thought she's radicalized, right?
I kind of feel like she is, because the hatred that she has towards the trans community is so vitriolic and so horrific. And knowing that she has children, and knowing my experience of growing up, that everybody, when they went to school or were on a playground at places, you always saw the boy that didn't quite fit the stereotypical definition of a boy, that might have seemed a little bit effeminate. And then I remember playing on the playground with the girl who seemed like a tomboy. So this is not a new thing that people don't fit into this binary choice. We've all experienced it. So it brings you to this moment where you have a choice. You can be a dick or you can be cool. And I want to choose to be cool. I want to say you get to have the same rights that I have. And the more the trans community gets bullied and the more centrist Democrats try to align to bully trans people, the madder I fucking get, because either freedom is for everybody or it's not. And so as a progressive person, it's a hill I will die on. The most marginalized people right now in this country are trans people. Then you get to a Black trans woman, and the marginalization is off the chart. So why do you want to be a dick to these people? Why?
I think I know what Megyn Kelly's deal is.
Okay.
So when she got her Today Show, 4th hour, and then when she got let go from it, she got like a huge amount of money. And as someone who went from having like not that much money to like a lot more money quick, let me tell you something. There's this little thing called overhead. So I think what she did is she spent so much fucking money and got her lifestyle to such an expensive point that she's like, what the fuck am I going to do now? I got to find some way to keep this going, because she was making like 10, 20 million a year, like huge money. How can you get yourself really rich in the last few years?
Be a nut.
And make a podcast where you are rage baiting women into thinking that their rights are being stripped, into that trans people are attacking you, into that gay people are like ruining the fabric of this nation. She's attaching herself to all of this like what does Leah Littman call it? Like Republican grievance like mindset.
Yeah.
She's tapping into that so well. So I think that part of it is probably that she is radicalized, but I feel like another part of it, she's very astute businesswoman.
grifter.
Right.
Yeah. She sees an opportunity. She's not getting hired by NBC ever again.
Yeah.
She's not getting hired by Fox News ever again. So once you get canceled, like truly canceled the way that she was, no mainstream person is going to work with her again. So that's why she's had to like, just completely bend the knee to Donald Trump, who literally mercilessly attacked her.
Totally.
But she had to bend the knee to MAGA because that was the only people that she could align herself with to pay her bills and make her continue her richness.
That's smart.
Megyn, that's what it is. Sorry I clocked you, but I did say that you have good bronzer, but your extensions have not caught up to your bronzer yet.
No, I agree. There's nothing that screams extensions more than a woman my age with hair past her boobs. Like, I know you. I'm 55. I do have extensions. I keep them right here because my hair was falling
just for
out.
the bowl.
I'm a lot younger. I don't have extensions.
You
but
have perfect fucking hair. I don't want to hear about it.
It's tossable.
I don't want to hear about
But
it.
here's what is so rich about Megyn Kelly and Riley Gaines and others, Caroline Levitt, acting like they care about women. Is so fucking rich. It pisses me the fuck off. You wouldn't even have these jobs without
That's right.
progressive women fighting for your fucking right. The year I was born, 1974, much later than the year she was born.
No, not much
Let me just tell you, women, that was the first year that women could get a credit card in their own
This blows my
name.
mind.
In their own name. And these women, forget about that.
Your dads had to sign for it, didn't they?
Yes.
You couldn't own a home in your own name?
And it's just insane. You're aligning. Here's the problem that all of these people, when they play patty cake with fascists, Scott Bessent, that queen that's Secretary of Treasury over there, you join parties with the anti-gay party. Before you know it, those daggers are going to be aimed right at you. You will be the first on the chopping block. Elon Musk just found out. Steve Bannon said, let's deport him. So when you are an immigrant and you align yourself with the anti-immigration administration, you think you're going to be safe and you think you're going to be the exception, you're going to fuck around and find out. Megyn Kelly and all these fucking women that are aligning themselves with the anti-woman party, they will come for you too. And that's why you don't give an inch. You don't cede one person's civil liberties. You don't cede the trans. You don't cede it because they will come for you too.
Yes. Okay, wait. You know what else this makes you think of? Just speaking of Elon Musk, because you brought him up. Okay, you know how we were talking about that a billion's 1,000 million?
Yeah.
So he paid $274 million and even said to himself on, I can't call it X. I still like to call it Twitter because I feel like it makes him mad. Yeah. So he said that he spent $274 and without him, Kamala would be in, the Democrats would have a 51 to 49 Senate and the Democrats would probably control the House. So he was basically saying like, I did buy the election. Like I just am fully admitting and owning that I fully bought this election for you. Well, I can't believe, and not to sound like super crazy, like rich or like elitist, but it was only 2,700, or it wasn't even a billion. Like an American president, like you can just do that for 274. Like that doesn't seem like
seems like a bargain.
Donald Trump is the cheapest motherfucker on the planet.
Because he's got 450 billion. Right?
Let's talk about this. What would the cost be in gaming the algorithm? There's a lot of earned money in there. So Elon bought Twitter for how much? However many billion.
44
And then
billion.
he gamed the algorithm. And I believe with everything in me, Jonathan and Pumps, I believe with everything in me, the support of MAGA is exaggerated via these rigged algorithms from Elon Musk. I've been neutered Mark Zuckerberg and Putin. I think that they have these troll farms, and I think a lot of the stuff that you see, the anti-trans stuff, and it feigns a lot of support. Now, are there bigots in America? 100%. Are there tens of millions of bigots in America? 100%. But I think when you see these marches and you see people come out, you always see more people marching against him than for him.
That is so true.
Always.
That is so true.
Okay, I have another news story.
Tell us.
Okay, one more.
All right. Put this up. Dogs develop similar personalities to their owners, new study finds. A new study from Michigan State University found that dogs often develop personalities that closely match their humans, from being outgoing and curious to anxious and sensitive. Thoughts, Jonathan?
I think that's very not true because my dog is a little barky and a little anxious for the first 3 minutes. He's a little standoffish and I'm nothing like that. So I think that's fake news. But it's probably true.
What about your husband? Is he that way for the first 3 minutes?
No, he's really good. And
Yeah, he's friendly.
Okay, what about the post 3 minutes?
then he's so lovely. If you just ignore Elton for like 3 minutes, he like wants to be your best friend. But if you like, and my other theory on Elton is he's tiny, like he's like a little boy. So I just feel like everyone looks huge to him because he's small.
Napoleon complex.
Because our big dogs we have 2 big dogs and they love everybody. They're very licky, cute, like not standoffish. So we're cool.
Yeah, I think the world does look, but when you're that low, I bet it does look big.
Look crazy.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm afraid that's right because I have a girlfriend from college. She got a dog the same time I did. She's super laid back, go with the flow, never causes a problem. Her dog is the easiest motherfucking dog on the planet. My dog is a nut. We've been through 3 trainers. I can't, and I know it's me. So I'm afraid that that's right.
I think it is too. And I am too. Yeah, it's my fault.
Yeah. Yeah. Pumps' dog, his name is Oliver Glizzard. Here's the problem for Oliver Glizzard. Dogs need a pack leader. And so when Pumps abandoned Oliver Glizzard over Christmas break and took her kids to Europe, she was going to be boarded and not on my watch.
Yeah.
So I took in Oliver Glizzard and I took him to my house and he was a perfect angel.
That is true.
I had him trained. We had him using the doggy door. Everything was on the up and up. And then my dearest friend Pumps comes back into town and all hell breaks loose yet again with Oliver Glizzard. And we're upping the private training lessons. She's talked about sending him to boarding school. But if Oliver Glizzard marched in this office right now, he'd be running around. But
He would do what you
if
said.
I said, Oliver, sit, he would do it immediately because dogs.
I'm a soft touch. I'm a softie.
Maybe instead of paying for Oliver Glizzard to have training, we could send you to pack leader school. Maybe we
I need
quit
to go to
training
pack leader
dogs.
school.
Pumps, you have to like, did you know your voice went a little, you have to like get a little lower in your voice.
Yeah.
It really is a thing.
And I talk to him like he's a baby.
Oh my God. And you know what our trainer told us, Allegra? She told us that like, because like dogs, they don't speak English, right? So they only hear like tones and pitches. So if you take away the English and you're talking in a high voice, what does it sound like? They think you're injured. So they're really stressed because they think that they have to take care of you. Like they think that there's something wrong. Whereas the reason that the dog trusts you is because you're like this, that, dude. So
That is brilliant.
So you just, because that's more assertive. So you can't be up here. And that's a thing with Elton because people do the thing that you should never do to a dog, which is put your head in their face and go, oh, no, blah, blah, blah. They literally think that you're like a gigantic injured dog, like freaking out at them. You know,
That's a game change information, truly. It really is.
This is one of the more enlightening conversations we've had on this podcast because Pumps does have a tendency, and sometimes I have to tell her, like, when she gets wound up, she really starts talking like this.
I
I'm
do.
like, Pumps, think about the listener with their little pods. And she's like, oh, you're right. I do that. But with Oliver Glizzard, I mean, it's really bad. So he thinks you're injured.
Right. I need to, he does get, the one time I get mad, like I get stern with him is when he goes and tries to get the toilet paper off the toilet paper roll.
Oh, we're not having it.
And I will say, oh, stop it. And he stops it immediately. It's the tone of voice.
That was a more grounded tone.
Okay. Oh my gosh, this could be a game change, which is a good thing because I've convinced myself that it's because he's an only child and I've ruined him. So I'm getting him a sister in July.
Oh.
To make him a sibling.
Well, that always works.
Yeah.
I've done
Perfect.
No. Yeah, I did it 3 times.
Yeah.
It's been really low stress.
Oh, I know. Jennifer's like, you're gonna have to get a
You're gonna have to
full-time
drop it a
assistant.
couple octaves.
Yeah.
Like you gotta get it down there.
She's got to.
That's great
Okay, before we
information.
play Had It or Hit It, I want to talk about the Vice President of the United States because I believe we are about a news cycle away from him popping a smoky eye. And I wanted your take on this.
Yeah, what do you think?
This is I've thought about this a lot, you guys.
Okay.
What is happening with these lashes? Is it a little mascara wand? Is it an eyeliner?
Extensions.
You know what I think it is? I think it's a good old-fashioned lash tint from like 2004. Just like in beauty school when we would just like tint each other's lashes and brows with this like kind of like non-super chemically one. It lasts like 4 to 6 weeks. It's just like a classic lash tint. That's what I think he's doing. I think it's a lash tint.
Have you seen the liner?
I don't think that's liner. I think it's fucking lash tint, you guys. Because when you first do it, it kind of like dribble drabbles like on the base a little bit. So it does look a little bit like smudgy. I can't picture him doing a daily liner, but I can picture him having Usha tint his lashes.
Let me ask you this. When he gets home from work, from, dicking around with all the beta males, teeny weeny parade, titty baby parade that goes on at the White House, right? He gets home to the Naval Academy or whatever. What is it called? The Naval whatever. Observatory. And Usha's there and the kids are there. Do we think that maybe he might go in the bathroom, put a feather boa or something around his neck? I get that vibe from him. I get that he wants to go home and like JV in it. I think he's dying to express himself the way you do, without shame, without fear, with utter pride. I get that vibe from him.
I don't, but I do get this vibe. Okay. I think that like honestly a lot of the toxic masculinity and anger that comes from the like religious right conservatives is because they can't freely express that they do want to have their buttholes explored.
Right.
by their wives, by their girlfriends. And if they do, then they're like gay and they're into gay stuff. And so I do feel like we have like, that really is what I think is going on. I think that like, he probably just wants Usha to like toss his salad, give him a little, probably just wants her to go fucking spelunking in his butthole, but he doesn't know how to ask. So he's angry. So he's mad at the gays who do freely say to their partner, will you eat my ass? Like, you know what I mean? Like when I first met my husband and I like, that's like a really important conversation. Cause like, if you're not going to eat my ass, I don't want this. Like there's nothing more offensive to me than like not eating my ass. And
it's personal.
Yes. And so I just think for like, fuck, these poor men, they've been married to these women. They've been dating these women and we're not even eating each other's buttholes. It's a one-way thing. Like we're just like the girls get their buttholes and vaginas eaten and sometimes not even. I think we have to normalize oral, butt, and vagina and penis sex. Just oral. And it's fine if you want your butthole eaten and you're straight. You can be straight and get your ass eaten. You don't have to ruin everybody's lives.
Oh my God. I think you're spot on.
I really
that.
do.
I do.
You guys, I'm doing a whole bit about it. I really, because I just think I would be so upset if I had not, like, you should have saw the look on my face the first, okay, can I say it? Okay, the first time that my husband and I ever like finally did have sex, because it took us like 2 weeks. Like Mark like would not like do it right away because he like
school.
He really like 2 whole weeks.
I mean, in gay time, that's like
a
10
long
years.
time. And then the first time we did it, he did not eat my butt. And I was trying to hold it together. I almost cried. Like I was like, oh my God, he's like just going straight there. He's like not doing it. Like this is just devastating. And so then afterwards I was like, so what was up with that? Like, are you just like one of those people that does it? And then he was like, oh, no, I do. I just like, didn't know if you liked it. So I like, and I was like, oh, no, I love it. It's like it's like a requirement, you know?
Okay.
But the anger and disappointment and sadness I would feel in my life if my butt had just been unexplored like that, I think I could be a MAGA Republican. Like, I bet I could just be well, probably not. But I could sense the rage.
The rage would be boiling.
I believe in all of that too. But I also think that sometimes when MAGA men watch porn, they might get more excited about the penis than they do the boobies or the vagina. And there's like an actor that maybe is well endowed and he's really working it well. And that's the thing that causes, the rocket to blast off. And then the minute they stop the porn, they're like, oh shit, that was gay. Because their eyes were on the penis when rubber was hitting the road. Not that they're gay, but sometimes something else might turn you on other than what you've been pitched as the only thing that can turn you on with is the vag and boobies.
Yes.
And so maybe they saw the penis and it turned them on. And then after they're a little bi-curious, maybe.
Yes, which is fine.
Who gives a shit?
I do think we live in a society that doesn't welcome bi-curiosity in men the way that it does in women. Like, I feel like that's maybe like the one area in all of our culture that like women may have like an easier navigable course. It's like you're not like, I just feel like women can be like, oh yeah, I've like been curious, or like I've like looked at another girl or another like woman's like breasts in the locker room, and like that doesn't like that. Remember that episode of Sex and the City when it's like, and that's not seen as like an overtly gay thing, or it's like not that big of a lifestyle thing if you like date a woman.
Because it turns on the patriarchy. Everything is centered around what's acceptable to the patriarchy, and lesbianism turns on the patriarchy.
Whereas if you're a white man being into a guy, you're betraying the patriarchy, so they don't like it.
Doing a little circle jerk with Josh Hawley in the sauna at the Y.
It can be so life-affirming.
It could be.
For him.
It really could be.
Yes, like don't be mad.
Yeah.
Just jerk
be
off with
flattered.
with those like Republicans in Congress. Like if there's like a sauna on Capitol Hill, like they should just start jerking off in there.
I bet you they do. I bet you that the naughtiest ones in Congress are the biggest Bible thumpers. That's my thought.
Attention renters. If you haven't heard of Built, you're about to think your old gal's here pumpsing me, because you can earn your favorite airline miles and hotel points through Built just by paying your rent on time. Now, let me explain. There's no cost to join, and just by paying your rent, you unlock flexible points that can be transferred to your favorite hotels and airlines, a future rent payment, your next Lyft ride, and so much more. When you pay rent through Built, you unlock 2 powerful benefits. First, you earn one of the industry's most valuable points on rent every month. No matter where you live or who your landlord is, your rent now works for you. Second, you gain access to exclusive neighborhood benefits in your city. So if you're not earning points on rent, my question is, what are you waiting for? Start paying rent through Built and take advantage of your neighborhood benefits by going to joinbuilt.com/hadit. That's joinbilt.com/hadit. Make sure to use our URL so they know that we sent you. Joinbuilt.com/hadit to sign up for Built today. I'm so done with people acting like low sex drive is just a part of aging. Like, oh, you're in your 40s. What did you expect? I expected to still want sex. Thanks.
Exactly. And that's why there's Addie. It's the first FDA-approved little pink pill for certain premenopausal women who are bothered by a low sex drive.
Addie helps bring back your libido. It helps you feel like yourself again.
Yes, it's real, it's researched, and it's not just part of getting older. It's something you can treat. Go to Addie.com to learn more. ADDYI.com.
Addie, or flibanserin, is for premenopausal women with acquired generalized hypoactive sexual desire disorder, HSDD, who have not had problems with low sexual desire in the past, who have had low sexual desire no matter the type of sexual activity, the situation, or the sexual partner. This low sexual desire is troubling to them and is not due to a medical or mental health problem, problems in the relationship, or medicine or other drug use. Addie is not for use in children, men, or to enhance sexual performance. Your risk of severe low blood pressure and fainting is increased if you drink 1 to 2 standard alcoholic drinks close in time to your Addie dose. Wait at least 2 hours after drinking before taking Addie at bedtime. This risk increases if you take certain prescriptions, OTC or herbal medications, or have liver problems, and can happen when you take Addie without alcohol or other medicines. Do not take if you are allergic to any of Addie's ingredients. Allergic reaction may include hives, itching, or trouble breathing. Sometimes serious sleepiness can occur. Common side effects include dizziness, nausea, tiredness, difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep, and dry mouth. See full PI and medication guide, including boxed warning, at addie.com/PI. Addie.
ADDYI.com.
Okay. Are you ready to play Had It or
Yeah,
Had
I
It?
never want this to be over. I wish that you could get adopted after 18. And I know you guys aren't gay and you guys have your own things. So I just want you guys.
can adopt you together.
I want you guys to be my moms.
We're going to adopt you. It's
I love you guys
official.
so much.
Put it in the permanent record. As of this date right here, Jennifer and Pumps have adopted Jonathan Van Ness as our child.
Yes, we have.
I mean, it just felt so natural. I mean, literally, can we tell the BTS story of because what's your kid's name again?
Roman.
Roman. We love Roman so much. So Roman picked us up this morning to come pick us up to come here. And I provoked. I was like, Roman, I was like, so what's your deal? Where are you in school? He's like, oh, I just graduated high school. I'm going to go to college. And I was like, do not do cocaine. Okay. They all tell you that it's just so easy to party and go to classes. It's not. Focus on school. That money doesn't grow on trees, honey. And you can I got a 1.7 GPA my first year in college. I got all Fs and 1 B. And the only reason I got a B is because I helped my English teacher source her marijuana. Okay. So do not do that. Okay. Your mom has worked so hard. She's going to be so excited for you, but just focus on the school. Okay. You got the rest of your 20s to go party. So I just felt, it just felt so It felt so familial. I just immediately felt like part of the group.
Siblings.
Yes, immediately.
The older
immediately.
sibling.
Yes. I just don't want him to make the mistakes that I made in college.
Yeah, well,
Exactly.
So I made sure to tell him.
I know. I'm so glad you did. And even once they arrived, then he expanded it to fentanyl.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, actually, I did say that in the car. I was like, and plus, you never know if the cocaine has something else in it. And then you know what Roman said unprovoked? He said, that fent is serious. And I was like, oh my God, he knew the abbreviation. I did say that.
Fent.
I was like, I'm going to say that now. I'm like, no, because that's what the people
That's
know.
what the cool people
Yeah.
say.
Fent.
Fent.
Fent, it'll end your life. Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh my God. Welcome to Had It or Hit It. I would hit it.
Had it.
Had it. I hit it every day, sometimes twice a day. Had it or hit it, hair color names.
I hate these the hair color trend, the cowboy copper, the old money blonde. I'm over it. I've been doing hair long enough that I was there for the invention of the money piece. It was circa 2010. I'm tired of these trends. Okay, let's just look at pictures and agree on what you want. And why does everything have to be a stupid trend name?
No, I agree. And isn't color 1, 2, 3, real hair? Yeah. Okay. Because that's my guy when he matches mine. He's like, oh,
I was you need an 8, stroke 1, 2 or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I never hear the names.
Yeah.
Okay. Had it or hit it, the hand heart emoji.
I'm kind of moved past this and now I'm really into this.
What is that?
Because this is the
Italian one?
This is the South Korean. It's this. It's about this story. It's like a little heart. See that little heart right there? It's this. It's this.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't do that good.
They do like this. I learned it from figure skating because all the South Korean skaters will be like.
Okay, wait a second. And I follow you on Instagram. Everybody follow at JVN. He's a great follow.
It is.
But you do gymnastics, you do skating.
Yes.
You do.
Very athletic.
You're playing pickleball now.
Yes.
And have you started to play tennis yet?
I grew up playing a little bit of tennis, but then it's so much harder than pickleball. And I just get so many more ground strokes than pickleball. I just like play more, but I do love tennis. I'm a huge tennis fan. I literally have the tennis channel on my phone. I watch every single tournament between the Grand Slams. Like I'm like really a dork for it. Like I read like Tennis 365.
Same.
Genetically inherited it from Jennifer.
You got this from your younger mother.
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite? Like top three tour players right now?
On the tour right now, right this second, I'm going to go.
Or should it have been all time?
Let's do all time.
Okay, yeah.
All time. I am going to go number one, Rafael Nadal.
Oh yeah, so classic. Not to name drop, but I did see him play in 2019 at the U.S. Open in real life. Not to be my husband and I are tennis tourists. Like we go. Have you been to all of them?
Everyone except for Australia. And we were even at my number 2 player of all time. We were even at his retirement in London at the Laver Cup, which is Roger Federer. Now, my husband and I get in long, drawn out conversations because my husband, Gay, loves Roger Federer.
It's so normal.
It just deeply
so
loves
normal.
Roger. And I'm splitting hairs here, but I give my love a little edge more to Rafa.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so Rafa, then Roger, and then I would say that I'm going to throw in a next gen as my number 3, and I'm going to throw in Carlos Alcaraz Vamos.
Oh, I think he's so cute. He's so cute.
Darling. It's such a great ambassador for tennis.
Agree.
Okay, fuck.
What's
okay.
yours? Top 3 of all time.
Serena's definitely number 1 on question for me.
I thought we were just doing men.
Oh,
now I look like an asshole.
No, do you want to go back? Mine just are all
you go ahead.
My top 3 are just like definitely.
No.
I prefer women's tennis. I like watching it better. I don't have time for fucking 5 sets in the Grand Slams.
Yeah.
Like, I got shit to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, okay.
Okay.
Number
3.
1 is definitely Serena.
Love her.
Number 2, this is going to be kind of like random, but I just always really loved her. Lindsay Davenport. I just think Lindsay Davenport, she was like really giving me like I feel like, because these girls at the French Open were saying like, oh, well, there was never power. Like this Williams sisters really brought in power. And I was like, kind of sleeping on Lindsay there.
Yeah.
Because Lindsay really did she was like hitting poor little Steffi Graf and Monica Seles all over the fucking place.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like major. So I really like that Lindsay Davenport, and I pray to God that she's liberal. I met her at the U.S. Open. She was not giving me Republican vibes. I just love a tall queen.
Okay.
My third favorite, who I do think could end up being I'm sorry, I love a bronze tie. I'm going for a bronze tie. I'm officially doing a bronze tie.
Okay.
Danielle Collins. I'm just obsessed with her.
I love Danielle Collins. When she told off that when they were...
You're too close.
Get your ass down
Get your
here.
fucking camera out of my fucking ass, okay? I'm getting some fucking water, okay?
Love her.
Get fucked, okay? And shut the fuck up while I'm serving. How about that, okay?
Somebody was trolling her while she was serving, and she goes, why don't you get your ass down here and serve it?
Oh, I
And
remember
I'm just
that.
like,
Yeah. I didn't
Oh
know
my
who it was.
God.
I just find her so classy, and I just think she's so stunning. And then Coco. I love Coco. I love Danielle. I just love them both so much.
Coco is so amazing, and I'm so happy that Serena has kind of an air now.
Me too.
Because Coco is just the way she composed herself during that French Open final was incredible. But I have to tell you, Sabalenka, sometimes when she goes crazy, there is this video of her at the U.S. Open.
Oh,
when
I
Coco
know it
beat
very
her
well.
before. She gets back to the locker room. I watch it all the time. And she takes her tennis racket out and she beats the shit out of it. Then she just walks over to the trash can and she just throws it away. And there's something so psychotically satisfying about that.
Yeah.
Coco would never.
She has been growing on. Sabalenka really had been growing on me. I saw her play at the U.S. Open when she was ahead of Keys and then came back from behind, but had a major racket smashing moment. And I thought it was like interesting then. So I was like, okay, I kind of like her. I like that she's just fully like in charge of her emotions. I'm into it. But I have to say, and you can edit this out if you don't want the Sabalenka's coming for us, but I was so grossed out at her French Open press conference.
We're not editing out.
She kind of lost. I think she kind of lost a fan out of me. Like
Agreed.
I actually had followed. She was my first unfollow on TikTok.
Really?
I was following her on TikTok, and after that, I was like, girl, I can't. I found it so disgusting.
Such a poor loser.
And also, like, I have a big thing on like, don't go for younger people. Like, don't pick on younger people. And Coco's like, I just find that extra gross. Like, be the bigger person. Like, that's so ick. Tell me the next thing, but then I have like a kind of related but unrelated thought that I feel, okay, you guys, I have to tell you this, because you know you were saying that you just watched Sabalenka, it's like your comfort watch. I have a really good weird comfort watch that you guys need to know about. Okay. Everyone needs to know about this before we end.
Okay.
Conor McGregor's sister had a dog walker. And on YouTube, there is this very famous leaked voicemail where Conor McGregor's sister, who's like an Irish socialite, she stands the dog walker up for getting her dog groomed. So the voicemail starts off with the dog walker going, I just couldn't even be bothered with you, like standing me up for a second time. I didn't want to take you back, but your boyfriend made me take you back. And I said, no, she stood me up the first time. I don't want to give her another chance because you'd be there on Instagram, you getting your skincare and you're going all over town and there could be a tornado. You'd be there broadcasting, getting your fucking skincare and your fucking facials and you messed up and you didn't come get your dog groomed. So I just couldn't even bother with you, just fuck off. And she's like, tells her to fuck off. Then there's a quick pause. You can get this on YouTube. Just YouTube Conor McGregor's sister's dog walker. It'll come up. Then you hear Conor McGregor's sister come on the line. And these are battling voicemails. And someone like leaked it. And she says, hey, who the fuck do you think you are talking to me like that? Do you know who? What the fuck? Talking about me and my fucking Instagram and me fucking hair? You know what? You have no idea about me and my life. I used to lip sync it at my old show. I used to like lip sync for my life for it. At Imagine Living Room Olympian. When I feel sad, when I feel like my career's over, when I feel like I don't know what to do, I listen to this voicemail battle. It is so assuaging. You guys have to listen to it sometime.
Oh my gosh.
The accent you do is
excellent.
fantastic.
I've listened to it so many times.
I mean, like
That
your
is
Irish
excellent.
accent is good.
No, I there's something relatable about that. Like I think everything is so curated right now.
Right.
And nobody ever shows a meltdown online. And sometimes inside we're melting down.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just, there's something like, I 100%, I'm off the Sabalenka train after she belittled Coco's victory. That's bullshit. And it really pisses me off because she was one of my favorite female tennis players, but she fucked with Coco. Coco earned it. She showed grace and everything.
And it was 6-2, 6-4. It wasn't even close,
Not even
girl.
close.
Like
Straight sets.
I mean,
And-
it was 3 sets, because she took her in the first set.
that's right.
But the beating of the racket and throwing it in the trash can, there was something like so relatable. Like Jeff is this instructor that I use all the time. And the other day, she just kept hitting winners past me. And I was just so fucking mad. I took my racket and I just threw it across the net at Jeff. And it felt so good. It didn't hit Jeff. I wanted it to hit Jeff. I aimed for it to hit Jeff. Sadly, it didn't hit Jeff. But sometimes there's just like that explosion that you just, there's something satisfying because everything's so fucking curated and fake.
Yes.
Everybody has a meltdown.
All right, let's do 2 more.
Okay, 2 more.
Okay. Had it or hit it, cats.
Oh, hit it. I have 5.
Oh, I see them on your Instagram.
Yeah, I love them so much.
Yeah.
Love
5?
cats. Yeah, 5. Larry, Liza Miaonelli, Genevieve, oh my God, I'm forgetting
Miaonelli.
Genevieve, Matilda, and Baggy.
Tell him. What if his cat's name is Matilda?
Do you call her Tilly?
We called her Tilly Tudors.
My new little girl is going to be Matilda and call her Tilly. It's going to be Matilda Denise after Jennifer.
My
Call
middle
her
name is
Tilly.
Denise.
Oh my God, my best friend's name is Denise.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Well, how old's your
Denise.
best friend? She's got to be heard. Like, you just don't.
She's like my age. She's like 38.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
That's young for a Denise.
I've never really liked my middle name, and my husband tattooed it, Denise, on his arm.
That's
and then
so
now
sweet.
Pumps is naming her dog.
because I know you hate
Matilda
it.
Denise. And so it's just like Denise is just going to live forever. Okay, last one, JVN, had it or hit it, the United States of America.
Well,
Loaded question.
because I'm non-binary, I think that I'm allowed to say I've both had it and I would hit it. And I think that's what makes America so amazing, is that you can say that you have fucking had it with these fucking people, but I still think we have potential or something. Because
Yeah.
if I didn't think we had potential, like I have made it to a point in my life where like I just could leave if I wanted to. But I love America and I love the people here and I've met so many incredible people. So mostly would hit it.
Yes.
I like that answer. That's a great answer. And it's true because there's a part of the America that I'm so proud of. And then there's a part that I am just so upset by and disturbed by. And I feel like the worst part of America, Donald Trump has empowered and brought out in people. Like otherwise, maybe pretty normal people have become radicalized for this man. So gross.
And I think this is the fight for us. All of the generations before us fought for civil rights, the suffragettes, the end of slavery, all of these things. And this is our fight right now. And we could tuck and roll. But who would we leave behind? People we love, causes we cherish, causes we champion, civil rights and human rights for people in your community, for women and all of these white women that are crazily aligning with the anti-women
Because
people.
we've been fighting for them.
Right. Yes.
And that's because they don't even know that we're fighting for them.
We're fighting for Josh Hawley.
Yes. And your wife.
Poor thing.
Poor thing.
Okay, JVN. This is our favorite. I love you. You're
I
our
love you
new
guys so much.
son.
Thanks for coming. I love you guys so much.
And you're gorgeous. I love your dress.
You guys are so gorgeous. Thanks for having me.
Okay. All right. We'll see you. Pumps, tell him.
Oh, we wanted to say about your new hairline. Tell us
my
about
God,
that super
yes.
fast.
Yes. Well, my hairline, really, we just have our new dry shampoo.
Okay, I love the dry shampoo.
My hairline is officially older than a quad, like an Olympic cycle. Like I measure everything in Olympics, and like we've been around since 2021, and I'm just so proud of us because we've survived so much. Our company's been so resilient, and I'm so proud of our team. But we just launched our first dry shampoo, and it's incredible. It took us 3 years to make. You know, like micellar water that takes your makeup off?
Yeah.
So we took the micelles from micellar water, and that's what's powering our dry shampoo. So as opposed to just like packing a bunch of powder to absorb the oil and then it makes it kind of like cakey crusty, it's literally cleansing the oil from your head. It's gorgeous. It's so lightweight and it just makes your blow dry last forever. Like this is day 4 hair.
No.
Yeah.
See, I will go 3 days and I have to dry shampoo the shit of it. And Kylie and I were just talking yesterday about we need a good dry shampoo. And then here you are.
Yes. We put rosemary in it to increase scalp health. It's in this like This Mediterranean sea algae that helps to like balance your scalp if it's overly oily. But if it's dry, it won't dry it out.
Love
it.
We're holistic sluts over at JVN Hair.
I love it.
Yes.
I love a slut. Love a good slut. All right.
Okay.
Thanks for coming. We will see you next Tuesday and Thursday.
I love you guys.
We love you.
I'll tell you what I've had it with. Let's hear it. I've had it with that.
Listen up, patriots, gaytriots, and natriots. We have a new podcast that has dropped. It's called iHip News. It's Monday through Friday, every day, 15 to 20-minute hot takes on the political landscape of the United States of America, always served with a side of petty grievances.
We are on all the available platforms, Apple, Spotify, Google, whatever you get your podcasts, and YouTube.
Please go rate, subscribe, and review so that we will chart upwards with America's greatest legal mind. Pumps, what does an eagle say?
Caw-caw.
A little bit more enthusiasm.
Caw-caw.
That's it. That's
Caw-caw.
That's the patriotism that this country needs right there.
This summer, Pluto TV is exploding with thousands of free movies. Summer of Cinema is here. Feel the explosive action all summer long with movies like Gladiator, Mission Impossible, Beverly Hills Cop, Good Burger, and Transformers: Dark of the Moon. Bring the action with you and stream for free from all your favorite devices. Pluto TV. Stream now. Pay never.